A lot of people, black, white, Mexican, young or old, fat or skinny, have a problem being true to themselves. They have a problem looking in the mirror and looking directly into their own souls. Around the reason I am who I am today is because I can look directly into my face and find my soul.
What's up, YouTube? It's your boy AyeQ back with another reaction video. And look, if you guys want me to react to any videos, please send it to me on Instagram. My Instagram is AyeQ2020. Just shoot me a DM, and once I get the time, I will get around to it, and I'll be sure to react to it. All right. Now let's jump right into this video.
Yeah. So let's start from the beginning. So let's talk about not how did you become a mother, but why? Like, not why, but how did you get there?
I can't even tell you. I never wanted to be a mom. And that's why in the beginning I said, like, please don't come here with your harsh judgments, because I can only tell my truth. And if it's something you cannot subscribe to, please just tap out. But I honestly never felt like the motherly spirit. Like, I never felt like I had it in me. And I experienced a miscarriage, and me and the person broke up. And when we got back together, I was instantly pregnant. So I'm not really a sign person, but I was like, maybe this is a sign. Like, girl, keep your baby. And I did. And honestly, I could say, I'm not going to say it was the best decision of my life, but it's top tier. Like, I love being a mom now that I'm experiencing it. Mm-hmm. It's hard. Like, it's full of so many emotions, especially now that we're co-parenting. Mm-hmm. So like, it's complex. Like, I have no words for it, but yeah, that's really what provoked me. Like, I never saw this for myself. I was like, I'm going to be the rich aunt for sure. That's what.
Wow. Fellas, when a woman lacks the motherly spirit, what that means is she's not a nurturer naturally. She don't have the nurturing skills that women possesses in order to raise kids and to keep a man. So when a woman lacks that type of energy, it's going to be impossible for her to keep a man. And usually women like that are very masculine. And there are a lot of women like that out here. And when they get with a dude, and if they get pregnant, usually what happens is they're going to be a single mother. A woman needs to have nurturing instincts in life. And when she lacks that, it's never a good thing. This right here is sad. And just listen to the way how she refers to her baby father as the other person. What about your child? So just imagine the relationship she has with her child, as far as a mother making that child understand who the father is and things like that, just based on her own ideologies, is going to affect that child relationship with their father. And it's sad, bro.
So that for myself. And now I'm a poor mom. But what about you? Because I was in my 20s. You were a little
I was young.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
How old were you?
Well, I got pregnant at 19, and I just be doing stuff.
Oh, 19? I was 24. Not that big.
Yeah, not big of a difference, but like, we just got out of high school. What was we doing? So I don't know what I was thinking. I just was thinking that this guy was going to be this type of, I was going to be like a family or whatever the case may be. And I just decided I'm going to keep her. Because, the other end of the stick with things, where people go, the nice place. where everybody went once in their life. I was like, I'm not gonna do that again because I was afraid that I was never gonna be a mom. Mm-hmm. Like I always wanted to be a mom. Mm-hmm. Like I just thought I was destined for that role. I thought I was. I
can see that for you even in our younger years because you always
love kids.
Loved kids. My niece would just latch onto you, your nephew. So,
and now I don't like them. But anyways, back to me.
Still true.
So I just decided to keep her. And I was like, I had like $5,000 saved up thinking that I was going to be able to take care of my kid for life. Like that was going to pay for college, I guess. And I kept her and I just loved everything about it. I love shopping for her. I just loved everything about it. I had so much fun with her. And all my friends were so accepting of my daughter. I don't know. We were weird. Like they all hung out with me still. Like some people like go through where their friends leave them. But I had such a great support. Like my parents, everybody was so supportive with her and everything. So I loved it. Like I just loved everything about it, so.
Yeah.
How did your friends react to you with?
I think everybody was cool with it for the most part. Like nobody said anything negative, but I was not in a predicament to have a kid. I had no money. Like I was literally homeless before getting pregnant. Like I moved into my father's house. My brother lived upstairs and I called my brother like, yo, I have nowhere to go. Because I just left an abusive relationship. And he was like, come upstairs, come to the house. And I was like, okay. And I moved my shit in. No one knew. And like the next week I was pregnant. I found out I was pregnant. And I was like, fuck. So like I'm sneaking in every day. And my stepmom actually caught me. And she told my dad, like, I think Andy's staying here. I'm seeing her a lot.
How you got a house and don't know who there? That's crazy.
They're downstairs. I was upstairs. So oh my. Yeah. And no education, no job, nothing. Just like vibes. Literally vibes. But the thing is, for me, it was like, I felt like the person I chose to have a child with, his family, like they are more family oriented. I was like, I felt safe in the moment to make that decision and he fully supported it. So although we were doing bad as a collective, I was like, the family will help us.
Right.
Yeah. And they did. I mean, to the best of their ability, but it was freaking hard. Like I stayed home for the first 2 years of her life, which was amazing.
That's a blessing.
Yeah, I got to like teach her all the things.
Yes.
And then I was like depressed. I fell into a real depression just being stuck with the kid all day. Like I'm listening to Baby Shark all day. So I was like, I got to figure this out. So I went and got a job at Marshall's. I went back to undergrad and it was like, fuck it, let's ball. And yeah.
It's a lot when you become a mom at, I don't want to say a young age, because we weren't young, but we were really just trying to figure it out. In that mindset.
Yeah.
With no guidance, you just trying to figure things out. So like I said, I felt like I knew what I was doing. I felt like, and unfortunately, I had to go back to work. My daughter was 2 months. So I went back to work and that was horrible. I used to come out. I worked 4 to 12. By the time I got home, she was up. And I used to be looking like, y'all can put us in. Like, so.
See, first of all, having a child is a blessing. Bringing a life into this world is a blessing. And women are a blessing to this world because God blessed them with the ability to bring life into this world. That's why it's so important for a woman to be virtuous in life, because your body is a temple. And this woman, she had a child when she was 24. 24 should be a good age for a woman to bring a child into the world, because at 24, she should gain enough experience to have the ability to make smart decisions to raise a child. A lot of times when a woman play the streets, when she don't think about motherhood and stuff like that, all she thinks about, like she said, is vibes. Things like this happens. Things like this happens. And it's sad, bro. But the bottom line is this. That's why I tell you dudes all the time. If a woman is a bird at 7, she's going to be a bird at 70 because that energy never leaves a woman. You know, growing up, you will see some little girls who will be moving fast. You know, in high school, the type of girls who were messing with grown men who were driving cars and stuff like that, they were always fast girls. If you meet those same girls today, they still going to be doing some fast shit. It's just who they are. It's just the energy that they possesses. And that's why I try to let you dudes be aware of that type of energy. Because no matter how hard you try, you can't save a woman like that. Because when a woman has a history of making bad decisions, she will continue making bad decisions throughout her entire life. You can't do nothing about it because that's the way that woman chose to live her life. Because life is all about choices. The thing about if a woman chooses to be a hoe, she just have to live the rest of her life being a hoe based on her decision. It's kind of like if a man chose a life of crime, he probably will have to live his entire life like that. That's just how life works. It's hard to change some of those decisions. And it's sad. And I keep telling you all, bro, if a woman is on a podcast discussing her relationships, she is who she is. Just look at the quality of women who are on these podcasts. I have yet to see a virtuous woman on a podcast.
I used to go to school in the morning, and then because I called myself going back to school, thought I was,
This was it. You felt so motivated.
Yes, now you want to do so. I was like, let me go back. I signed back up for school. I'm working 4 to 12. I get off. I'm looking at my parents like, y'all couldn't put her to sleep. And then she ain't seen me all day, so she want to play. And I was like, this is wild. Like that being by yourself, like it's kind of wild.
I was by myself with the person.
Yeah, that's really wild. I was like by myself. That was wild.
Yeah.
How was it wild when that's the decision y'all made? Y'all decided to deal with that person knowing that person did not commit to y'all, knowing y'all weren't in a real relationship, y'all was just having fun, and y'all made a decision based on fun, and y'all trying to gain sympathy now. This is the mindset of single mothers, bro. Like this, and it's sad.
Yeah, but it's
so. Do you think you made the right decision?
No, and I say that because I robbed her of a certain childhood that I had envisioned for her. And I mean, people would say that if they would, it's not me regretting her. Mm-hmm. I just regret what I did as far as the lifestyle. Like I felt like she deserved more. Mm-hmm. Like she needed a family. I grew up with both my parents. Like, so I know how it feels to be a daddy's girl and to wake up to always see both your parents. And, my parents love each other. How they are with each other. But that she wasn't going to never have that from him. Mm-hmm. And that was because of me. So I would regret doing it. I would have waited.
What do you mean?
Because of my decisions, mm-hmm. of who I decided to. Mm-hmm. Not saying that you can control what the other person does, but I knew what type of person, I knew how he was. I didn't know him enough to know how he was going to be as a dad, mm-hmm, if that makes any sense. Mm-hmm. So I felt like I did that to her and I shouldn't. That wasn't right. But yeah. I mean, as far as me being a parent, of course, I love everything about it. Yeah. I love it. Like I enjoy being a parent. But as far as back then, yeah, I would have. If I could talk to the kids now, I'd be like, I don't, because people could be great.
I mean, you can talk to the younger women now to, hey, this is what I've been through. This is why it's not good to do what I did. All right? Instead of a woman choosing to do that, this is the type of content that she's putting out to the world. The fact that she regret her decision of having her child. When she could use this podcast to influence younger women out there who are misguided, who are uneducated, who just don't know better. But instead, she's using her podcast to talk about this like if it's something good. It's sad, bro.
But that don't mean that they're going to be a great dad or a great mom. It doesn't matter. But what I'm saying is you see the red flags, you see the things, and you still
decide to stay.
And decide to keep going. And it's like, you knew.
Yeah.
You know.
Somebody said that to me recently. I was, because I said, like, I didn't see red flags in the beginning. Like, even...
I don't believe that.
We were young, though. So that's why it's hard to say. Like, I was a kid. I was 19 when we first really actually, like, started dealing with each other. So even if the red flags were there, I was too young to even understand what a red flag was.
Yeah, really?
He was nice. You know,
that's
like,
all we needed.
That's all we needed, especially a person like me that came from like an abusive father. Mm-hmm. So it's like, he was nice. He was always there. He spoke to me. In the beginning, there were no red flags. Like, even in this moment, I can't even sit here and say, like, oh yeah, he did this that one time. It was nothing. And then it's like, we broke up because of me. So it still wasn't him, right? It still wasn't him. So again, no red flags. We get back together. He's still this Prince Charming. And it's like, baby comes. And it's not to put all the blame on him because, you know, so many things change with us as moms.
This is sad, bro. This is a woman who refuses to take accountability. In the beginning, she said she lacked a motherly spirit. Now she's trying her best to put the blame on her child's father. Even though she just said they broke up because of her. But she's trying to find anything just to blame him. And that's why I tell y'all, bro, when a woman is not a nurturer, when she lacks that motherly spirit, she don't want a man. She don't have what it takes to even keep a man, bro. A man needs a woman who is a nurturer. You need that energy around you. When a woman is masculine like her, she will always walk out of a relationship because it's not her. She will always be single because it's not her. She will always possess masculine energy because it's not her. She don't have a motherly spirit, bro. Have you ever dealt with a woman like that, bro? They are extremely masculine, bro. And it's sad. But she refuses to take accountability. Still. Listen to what she just said, and she still refused to take accountability.
Right? But it's just like, I didn't know what a red flag would look like if it hit me.
But I believe that we don't see it because you don't even give yourself enough time to be in a real relationship. You be thinking you're doing something and you didn't do nothing. Mm-hmm. Y'all don't spend real time together. Mm-hmm. Y'all don't really travel. Y'all don't do any. We don't date when we're that age. I feel like for me, like I never dated. So it's like you get with somebody. It's like I could just read your mind from here. Like you get on my nerve. I'm dating. And that's the problem. I didn't date. Yeah. I was saying I did not date. It was just like, oh, I like you. Oh, I like you. Oh, we spend time together. Oh, no. But then we have a baby. No. And now I'm older. I'll be like, what? We not going here? Yeah. We not like, so it's just, wow, it's so crazy. Like when I look back and I see these young girls, I be like, but that was me.
Go have fun.
Yeah, and that's all I be want to tell people. Have fun. Because when you become a parent, you got to put that little person before yourself. Yeah. And that's all it is. And as long as you do that, you're good.
And that was the scariest part about becoming a mom for me because I'm selfish. And I'm open about my selfishness.
You really?
Still to this day. Like, she could be hungry. I'm like, oh, right. I ate. Leave me alone. Like, so selfish. So for me to give that up and to think that I'm still like, I might do it again. It's wild.
That's wild.
It's wild because by then she'll probably be like 12.
Well, that's a fun age. So when they get old.
Look, man, these are just two bops on a podcast, right? And the reason why I chose to react to this is to simply show you guys how women like this can't change. Even though they went through that situation, they brought a life into the world, they still got the same mindset. Their message to young girls out there is to live your life, have fun. When in all reality, a woman has a very short span in which she has to find a quality husband, a man who will really take care of a family. And in a woman's prime, in her prime years, that's when she got to find that man. And that's usually from 18 to 25. That small window right there. That's when a woman is in her prime. And if a woman don't take the time out to look for a husband in her prime, she will regret it because she's probably going to be a bird for the rest of her life. Is that real? Because a woman's value is in her beauty. A woman beauty peaks from 18 to 25. That's when her beauty peaks. After that, her body starts to depreciate. So if a woman don't take the time to find a good man when she's peaking, her life will always be like this. Like these two lost birds right here laughing about being thoughts, laughing about being single mothers. Fellas, my point is pay attention to the signs. And this is why you can't save a woman, and you should always pay attention to a woman's past because her past matters. You can't turn a hoe into a housewife, bro. It's impossible. By the way, please leave your thoughts in the comments. Let me know what y'all have to add to this. It's your boy AyeQ. Don't forget to like and subscribe as we continue to grow the platform. I'm out.
Imagine him in a hospital room and the baby's coming out.
Fellas, again, focus on yourself. That's what it is.